The danger in saying that I should ignore my emotions is that if my flesh says I'm no good, and my spirit says I am good, there's confusion. So there's part of me that feels like I'm no good, but there's another part of me that feels like I am important. Now, if I ignore my feelings, what happens over time is that the voice of the flesh is very loud. So if I hear it over and over and over again, you're no good, 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 sooner or later, I'm going to put aside. That's how come we ought not to ignore our emotions. We ought to say, why do I feel the way I feel? A part of me feels like I'm important. Another part of me feels like I'm nothing. What's speaking to me? So the truth is that I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above only and not beneath. I'm blessed and I'm not cursed. That's the truth. Now the devil is telling me all kinds of lies about me. You're no good. You're not smart. You're poor. Nobody likes you. You're backward. And at the end of the day, I don't want to give into that emotion. But I have to give in to an emotion. And the emotion that we need to generate in ourselves is to hear from God. So if God says that I'm important, the joy of the Lord should be in me. If the devil says I'm not important, I need to ignore that feeling because his voice is not the voice that I listen to. Emotions are alarms. And the first thing you need to know is you need to know where the emotion came from. If it came from the devil, that alarm is sounding in you to change. So if the devil tells me, no, I'm no good, and the alarm is setting off, I feel bad, I need to recognize that that alarm comes from the devil, and God's trying to tell me to wake up and to elicit in myself the joy of the Lord, to believe that I am anointed, to believe that I'm important, because the devil is a liar. But on the other hand, if God is speaking to me, and God is saying that you are important, that you are anointed, that you're my child, if I hear the voice of God, I am not to ignore my emotions and say, you know what, I don't want to get all happy, because every time I get happy, I get disappointed. No. You need to rush into the emotion of that alarm that God is sounding in you and say, yes, Lord, I agree with you. I am anointed, I am important, because you made me. Now, Paul is saying that there's a peace that passes all understanding that will keep your heart. Your emotions, if your emotions are governed by your spirit, are governed by the word of God, are governed by what God is saying, then you will be emotionally stable, but you will begin to become more happy. You will begin to have more peace because God is the author of peace. Are you following me?
Yes.
So we're trying to get happiness by buying things. But you can have the whole world and you won't have peace. But if you can get God, you will have peace. So the question is, how do I get God? Paul says that you need to keep your heart and your mind. You see, your heart is an alarm to tell you there's something going wrong or there's something going right. But your mind is the place of your life. What goes through your mind is your life. What you envision in your mind is your life. Now the devil recognizes that the most important place in a human being is their mind. So if I can get into your mind, and if I can discourage you, then no matter what you have outside, you don't have anything. So what he does, he tries to get us to get linked to our flesh, so we can get linked to things outside of us to achieve happiness. While he's working on the inside of our mind by giving us messages, by showing us that we're no good, by showing us that we're his enemy, and that there's nothing good in us. But we need to get to a place where we say, you know what, I understand your trick. And you know what, it's okay to have material things in this life, but it's not okay not to have God in this life. It's not okay not to have the peace of God in this life. So Paul says, I want to make it really simple. I want to make it really simple for everybody. You want to know how to have peace? You need to have a peace in your mind. So how do I have peace in my mind? Whatsoever things are true, think on these things.